As I started to get really involved in the community, I saw that the United Way was the one constant. They believe in doing whatever it takes to keep this community healthy, safe, strong, and sustainable.
The United Way, when it was first formed in 1918, collected $100,000 in that year. And if you think about that as what was going on, the war was ending, World War I was ending, that's a phenomenal amount of money. To have the United Way continue to do as well as it's done and morphed over the years into now raising over $12 million is a phenomenal step and a tribute to the giving of our valley.
There's a lot of need, and it's widespread without the community, from young children to senior citizens. Everyone is facing some kind of need. I think United Way tries to reach a lot of core groups that need assistance.
I think their mission has actually been pretty consistent over the years. What has changed are the needs of the community, so those needs have grown significantly, and the United Way has done a great job of keeping up with those growing needs.
Today, the role of the United Way is so much different. They've become a true advocate in the community.
The first 100 years have been remarkable, but in the last 5 or 10 years, the momentum has been tremendous.
Collective impact is a focus on 4 key objectives. What the United Way does is looks at organizations that serve and have programs tailored to those key objectives.
In addition to the funding that United Way provides, they really provide resources and support for us to do our jobs well.
Well, the perfect example, I think, of that convening and the collective impact that the United Way brings to the Valley, and particularly in education, is the community schools movement.
Not one entity alone, be it the United Way or the school district, can really provide students what they need to be successful. It requires the entire village. So collaboration is key, and I think the United Way does that extremely well.
Involvement with United Way has been life-changing for our kids and our community, our parents, and even for myself.
The United Way has really stepped out in a leadership role to connect so many agencies across the Valley. They serve as the one umbrella organization that really has a good handle on the true needs of our community.
You have so many organizations in the Lehigh Valley who do great things, and some of them tend to be similar things. So bringing people who have similar interests at heart to the table to talk together about that common interest and ways to solve it together as a team, which wouldn't maybe necessarily have happened alone.
I think most of us have a need or a calling to not only give back, but be a part of something that's bigger than yourself. And what the United Way has done for me is given me clarity.
They're my guide. They're a beacon because they have the data, they bring it to you, and they tell you, this is what's happening nationally, this is what's happening in Lehigh Valley. Truthfully, the United Way is essential.
I'm really proud and feel terrific about where United Way has come, particularly for 100 years. To have any charitable organization remain in business and thrive and continue to raise money for 100 years is fantastic, and there are few of them.
I would hope the 100-year anniversary really highlights all the things that United Way stands for and all the things they've done. And we're at a point where I think we can really start to accelerate and really grow from here.
There's so many opportunities, there's so many things that are happening that are changing the way that we're going to interact with each other. And I believe the United Way will still be able to go ahead and be the beacon of being able to have that personal touch and building real relationships to continue to bring our communities closer.
I would like to thank the United Way for its commitment to success and its commitment to providing resources and supports for people who may not have the ability to be successful on their own. That's the mission, that's the vision, and you've done a yeoman's job of doing that in the next 100 years, and let's continue the work.